There you go.
This is Love and Culture COUPLECAST, and we on episode 5. And I am Yasin Toure.
And I'm G Holy.
Yeah, let's get it. Episode number 5, baby.
She held that intro down, though. I ain't gonna lie. I need to do all of them from now on, but you gotta relax. Don't try to take my spot. Come on.
I'm not trying to take your spot. We could switch it up sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You start it off sometimes. I do it. You feel me? We just,
That's the problem. She thinks she
thing.
can do what I do.
Because we equals. Sometimes you do stuff, sometimes I do stuff. And we bring it together and we come as a union. That's how it works.
Hopefully. What's up, though?
What's up? So let's get straight into it. So I seen something that was interesting. It said, don't get married until you finish being single.
Don't get married till you finish being single. What that mean when you hear it?
I think it means, basically if you play in the field, if you sowing your oats, is that what they say?
Sowing oats, yeah.
All right. Doing all that shit. Like, if, because it feel, matter of fact, it's not just about sex. It's also about the good feeling you get from being single.
What's the good feeling you get from being single?
It's when you finish with your job, you come home from work, and you got your place to yourself. You don't have no children in there. You don't have no man in there. You just got yourself. You eating. You chilling.
Sound like you like this shit.
Yeah, everybody like that shit. And it's just not for women. It's men too.
No, it sounds like you like.
No, it's a good space and time. I think you don't always appreciate it because when you single, you like, yeah, it would be nice to, meet somebody. But on the real, for real, that shit really nice when you play your records and you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm creative, so I be working and doing my thing, not being disturbed. When your place a mess, you don't care because it's just you know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody come over until they call first. Like, that shit feels...
You enjoy that shit?
Yeah, that shit was a beautiful time.
That's a blast.
When I was like 19, 20 and I had my first place, that shit was magical. So, and not just my first place, but just...
I never heard you talk about being with me, like living with, like, you know what I mean, how we live together.
Yeah,
I never heard you say that was magical.
Nah, it's a magic. This a magical period too. Every
adjectives.
Every era is an era to have gratitude for. And what I'm saying is, when that whole finish, until you finish being single, you gonna make sacrifices when you get into a relationship, and then even more sacrifices.
So you don't make sacrifices while you're single.
You do, but not as much. So, like, for example, me. All right, so my best friend, they been together. She was a high school sweetheart. So I'm watching, I'm like, damn, like, you don't never go to sleep lonely. Damn, like, you always got, you know what I'm saying? Your man, y'all do all this stuff together. Y'all go on trips. Y'all, go eat dinner every night. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. I can't wait to be in a relationship and have that. But then, you know what I'm saying? She used to tell me all the time, like, nah, like, you don't gotta, if you want to just travel and go to live in Africa for a year, you could just do so. You don't gotta think about nobody. You just do that shit. Like, that's the time to figure out, like, who you want to be, where you want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit.
Me personally, I mean, it's a rule of mine anyway. So I always was going to do my thing first and then settle down. It only makes sense that way. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't lived the life I lived, where you did everything you wanted to do concerning them women, or you're not in a position where you feel like you can move forward with your life, like you done everything you could do solo, hey man, stay solo. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
I don't like the solo life as much as she do, apparently, because shit was magical for her.
That's not. Let's keep it 1,000%.
Grab my hand.
Sorry, let's keep it 1,000% in this podcast. When I first met you, you had a lot of boundaries and rules. Rule number 1: do not touch your stuff. When I was in your place, if I sat down and I was sitting behind a pillow and I moved the pillow up just to move it a little bit to the side, you say, yo. Don't touch that.
It's my pillow.
Yeah. If anything, if I sat on your bed and you had some clothes and I was just moving the clothes, I was sitting on your clothes, you're like, yo, why you move my clothes to the side? I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna sit on it. Yo, don't touch my stuff. You gonna have to go.
So?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you was very comfortable in your situation where you were single, where you didn't have someone in your space every day. In fact, I used to try to be at your place all the time, like, oh no, I'm just gonna spend the night again. I'm gonna spend the night another night. You be like, no, yo, you got one more hour. Like, I need to get back to writing raps and all the other stuff you was doing. I don't know what you was doing.
Come on, your phone ringing in the middle of the podcast.
Nah, that's a notification.
Come on, fam, turn
that's
that
a notification.
down. You being rude to the listeners. Remember who was rude to y'all.
So, I'm saying that to say you definitely enjoy single life. You enjoy solo moments in general. And being solo and being a solo type of introvert. Not introvert, you're not an introvert, but like just somebody that like to, be by themselves.
Yeah, I think I am an introvert, but I'm saying like my single days was more about me than women. This is what I'm saying. It wasn't people when I hear that statement, it sounds like do your thing until you just want to do your thing with one person. That's what it sounded like to me.
I think it's all of it.
But to me, it wasn't about women. It was about me.
Yeah, hold on. Was you ever really single? Like, and I say single like single. You wasn't messing with no women.
Yeah, well, what you mean?
Exactly. No, you always had a couple fish in the pond.
I'm going to hit something.
Exactly. You always hit. And see, even when you was celibate, you was still dating.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I be single, though. You get what I'm saying? It's still single. Don't try to downplay my single because...
No, I mean, that be single with you don't take none of these girls seriously and they be wanting you. That's what your single was.
Yeah, that's definitely single for me.
I don't know if that's the same, but...
Listen, I'm honey and you can't keep flies away from honey.
Alright, it's also a thing about...
And I'm honey colored.
Flies and shit, too. But anyway... Here's what I want to say. I'm just saying it's another saying about that. Listen, what I want to say too is if you get you a man and you try to marry a man that's not ready to be committed or to be married and he still is in that single mindset, that shit is crazy. And I feel like a lot of men, they give that ring in terms of trying to make shit better.
The ring, listen, ladies, the ring is the holdover. The ring is the fucking down payment on the marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's on layaway. So you know how it is on layaway. They ain't coming to get that shit until 10 years later.
Payment plans and shit they get out of impulse and don't pay the shit off. Right. But not just that. That should be an apology. Like, yo, I cheated. Yo, I was messing with my ex. Yo, shit been real bad. We always in fighting. Not all the time. I'm saying, like, just make sure that you really with somebody that is ready.
Like you were saying, only time people propose is when they fuck up.
That's not true, but I'm saying a lot of times that's what happens, and we gotta make sure that, because a lot of times I think in women, we be wanting husbands. So we be on a first date talking about, like, yo, is he a good man for this and that? When it's like, is that man mentally, spiritually, financially?
Why y'all be wanting husbands so bad?
I think a lot of us have been programmed. You and I are not married, and
don't say it like that.
Hold on. Let me be clear. Is it nice to have one day?
We got a family.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely a family. Cool. But am I anxious? Do I wake up being like, yo, I want to be married? No. I really don't see it.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about for the people who are. You always tell me about you.
No, because you...
Why is it so many desperate hoes trying to get married?
Because women have been programmed since they
and why isn't every guy running away from it?
Women have been programmed since they are 3 years old when they hear Cinderella and all this other shit that in your life, a man is going to come and rescue you. He's going to be your king. He's going to make you his princess, his queen, and he's going to take care of you. That's what we've been told our whole life. So we looking for this fantasy life and feeling complete as women when we have it. But men haven't been told this. And not just that, they don't know what they even getting out of it. Like, yo, what do I get out of it if I marry you? This shit look like you getting all of this, but what am I getting?
That's a fact. It seemed like marriage is kind of one way. Like, it's all the woman thing. It's a big celebration of her.
In reality, it's not all women. Men definitely getting something out of it.
What do men get?
Men is, first of all, it's a myth that men aren't having sex who are married. Married men are having way more sex than a single man.
That's a fact.
And men who are married are living a lot longer because they have women in their lives who are taking care of them and making sure they go to the doctor.
Depend on which women.
Yeah, you could say which women, but I know, period, that anytime I'm even in a relationship with a guy or even see men that have women, it be they women when they do back be hurting for 3 weeks that they women be like, yo, you gotta go to the doctor. Like, this shit out of control. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And them pains could actually be cancer. Could actually, like, be something that needs to be taken care of, that if it's detected early, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It be women that making sure that these men is social and still physically healthy and like, you know, taking their medicine and all this shit. Like,
alright, okay.
These married men is living long and taking, even, you know, that's why I love when Snoop Dogg said in the Breakfast Club interview, he was like, yo, all the rappers that got wives,
yeah,
them niggas is taking. I
think he said pertaining to, like, I don't know,
being like
Gates and
he was saying
Young Thug and shit like that. Niggas that travel with their girls all the time.
He was saying them they don't be going as wild. So because they not going being as wild, it be restrictions to shit they do that protect them from actually getting in trouble and living these crazy lives. Because at the end of the day, they got a wife to kind of.
How many times do you think Snoop got caught cheating?
Several times.
Okay. So he's not living a wild life?
I'm not talking about not cheating. An average man could be cheating and be a square. I'm talking about a wild life where you doing things that get you in trouble, like, period, with the law and just shit that's out of control. Yeah, losing your career, not taking care of your finances. Because these rappers' wives be making sure they nigga is starting businesses and taking care of the household and maintaining their relationships with their families and, like, investing money. Like, rappers' wives be taking care of. You look at your boy Lord Jamal, his wife an attorney. You know what I'm saying? And she take care of his contracts and stuff like that and his business deals. Yeah. So, you know, women and the wives of rappers and of athletes is taking care of their men. And so he was saying that to say the ones of us that have families that's married, like, yo, we ending up way better long term than these niggas that just acting wild.
I can tell you something for me personally. Every time I was about to jump out the window, it was either Kata or it was a woman saying, yo, don't jump out the window. And these are serious windows. I mean, these is 20 floor up windows. I'm about to jump out and crash my whole life. So definitely shout out to the women for that.
Yeah.
So Snitch 9, I mean, 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine had a interesting week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't even know how long it's been going on in court. 3 days of him snitching straight, naming people that was there, that wasn't there, people that baked cakes down the street at the bakery. Doesn't matter. He was telling. So, your question that you wanted to bring up concerning that is,
what's really snitching? Because I feel like we call a lot of people a rat. That rat term is just, everybody gets called a rat. But what really is snitching? You know what I'm saying? And in terms, like, if you having a conversation with a cop and he asks you stuff, is you just supposed to absolutely say nothing no matter what?
I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, I am. But hold on. Let me tell you.
Hold on, real quick. And you told me. I mean, not you told me, but no. I mean, that's just something everybody knew. I knew about the whole Lil' Kim situation, how she wasn't snitching, and then you told me that what she wasn't snitching on, everybody already knew. So her not, cooperating with the police, that just made her look, she just did some unnecessary shit because it was already on tape.
For anybody who don't know about the Lil' Kim situation real fast, Lil' Kim was involved in a shootout and they brought everybody down to the station. This was years ago. And then she denied everything. She denied she was there. She denied that she knew her manager. She denied that she was even a part of anything. And then she got a year for whatever you get a year for when you don't cooperate.
And that's what I'm saying. So she not saying nothing on stuff they already have on tape and already have recorded. because you don't want to snitch.
And
But
then
how
the people
you not?
who did, they was saying they was snitching.
How you not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So you gotta
is,
say absolutely nothing to not be a snitch. You can't even the stuff they already know. You can't even be like, all right, yeah, I was we was there. Like what? Yeah, y'all got that on tape.
I'm about to break it down to you. One, this shit depend on eras, and it depend on region, right? Some people grew up in an era where, like, don't say anything to anybody, right? About anything. Some people grew up in an era where, you know, it was a few statements made, but we ain't really telling nothing, or, you know, lying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying this, but this ain't true. So, you know what I mean? I'm not really harming nobody, or I'm talking. So, what I'm saying is, whatever snitching is, depend on whoever getting snitched on, how they view it. I'm gonna keep it real, cause you could have somebody that, I don't know, tell on everybody, tell on 5 people, like AZ. You know AZ from Paid in Full, the movie they made him Ace and Paid in Full. Right. When he got shot by Calvin and them, and the dude named, I forgot his name in real life, but he told on that case. But them 3 people died, I think 3 people lived, some shit like that, and he lived, and he was a street nigga, or at least he was in the street, and he told. Crazy part about that is, it's only a few people that even say he snitched. Because they feel like he was a victim in the crime. Even though they came to get money that was street money, niggas feel like, damn, they had to do it like that. They had, you know.
That's another thing. So, if you snitching because you a victim of the crime, that's snitching. Now, I get it if you not a, okay, look, you're not a civilian, you a certified, I don't want to say certified, but you know what I'm saying, like, everybody know you a real street nigga, or you a mob nigga, or you a whatever, quote unquote, alright, you in the streets, you gangster, whatever you want to call yourself, alright, cool. So you can't snitch. It don't matter if you a victim of the crime, cool. But when it come to people that's like civilians and regular people, like if you a victim of the crime, 9 times out of 10, you talking to the police, yo, somebody robbed my car. If you don't see your car in the front of your house, the first person you calling is 911, and you gonna say, yo, my car not in front of my house. They gonna to let you know if that shit was what is it? Repoed or whatever, if it got taken because you parked the wrong place, whatever. And if it's not in none of them companies, if they can't find it by your license plate and stuff, then they gonna do a police report. Yeah. Whether it be something like that or a robbery or all this other stuff, everybody's talking to the police. Now somebody say that's different. That's not really telling on nobody. Like that's not, you don't know who did it.
Well, let me get what's obvious out the way. The obvious answer, like the fucking Google first search answer, right? Top search answer is, if you do a crime with somebody,
right,
and y'all get caught and you tell, that's snitching. Crazy part is, technically you could be doing a crime with somebody, and you ain't even know. Like right. they said Shorty, not that she wasn't with it, but Shorty that was the driver in the Nipsey Hussle joint, she ain't know what he was gonna do. You know what I mean? Right. Supposedly. So let's say that's true. He's still getting in a car with the hot gun and you drive off. Now you are a part of the crime. Right. Not that you wanted to be. So if you tell on him, is you wrong?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. That shit, this is a side note. That shit happened to me. I pull up. You got the gun. I look. I see Nipsey on the ground. Nigga, I'm speeding off. I don't care if you was my best friend. Yo, you killed Nipsey. I'm gonna call you, bitch. Why you killed Nipsey? I'm not fucking stopping for you. You gonna have to walk. You have to walk home with. No, rest in peace to Nipsey though. That's not. I don't want to make like a joke or nothing concerning that. I don't hope that don't come across like that. But what I was gonna say though is, my thing is about, like you just said. Okay, so let's get a scenario like that. Yeah. You don't know the person even doing the crime, but they put you in a position to be involved. The police, they put you in the station, interrogate you, and put the whole crime on you. Yeah. You think I'm not gonna say, yo, you need to call Shanisha, because Shanisha must know what this shit about, because she just put me in some shit. She didn't even tell me what's going on. Yeah. I don't know. You gonna have to talk to Shanisha.
Yeah.
That mean I snitched on Shanisha since they didn't know she had nothing to do with it.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you like something people really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I used to roll with, right? Had bought a car off somebody else that I used to roll with, and allegedly, committed a serious violent act in the thing, and then they found the car, but the car was still registered in the person's name. They had no what was going on. It had nothing to do with it. You get what I'm saying? So all he did was sold them a car. They did something in the car, tried to burn the car up. They found the car. It was registered to the person that sold it to him. He ain't have nothing to do with it, but they brought him down. Hey, right. This car was involved in a murder.
Right.
He immediately say, hey, nah, I sold my car to whoop-de-woo-woo-woo.
Right.
Right? Now, crazy part is,
the hood saying he a snitch.
Yeah, I'm saying he's a snitch. I stopped hanging with him.
Because he did the wrong. So what was he supposed to do? That's his only way of not doing 25 to 30 for this murder. And he was supposed to just say, I don't know how it happened to my car and how my car was there.
Hold on.
And then.
One is not. Because you could sell your car to anybody.
Do you think that they gonna let that shit go? That they gonna say, you right, you couldn't sell yourself. We're just gonna let that go.
If you really wasn't involved in it, and you sell your car to somebody, yeah, they don't have nothing on you.
You gotta. Court is not about court in law. That shit is not about the truth if you was involved or not. You better give the proof and the evidence that you really wasn't involved. It's not just enough to say, well, I don't know who I sold my car to. You better give us a name. You better tell us the information and make this shit so that it makes sense. So that when we follow the trail, when we finish talking to you, that we do see this exact person that if you leaving them on a question mark type of shit, I don't know who I sold my car to. They gonna still put it on you.
All right, listen,
because they gotta close this case.
Don't miss my point though. My point is, everybody don't feel like that. It's some people that feel them like, damn, ain't really snitch, like, kind of just wasn't involved.
Alright, here's my question. Because I want to know, how far are we taking this with not snitching? So, is there a time, is there a time that you ever calling the police?
I called the police one time in my whole life.
For what?
A girl wouldn't leave my house.
You a snitch.
You call it what you, because I already knew if shit got real, she was going, right. You know what I mean? And
so, alright. So that's what I'm saying. Because this shit just go out. I'm not condoning snitching. I know it seemed like, damn, like she could condone snitching. By the way, I think, 9 times out of 10, I said this plenty of times when it come to 6ix9ine. If a lot of y'all was in that situation, y'all was facing 25 to 30, or you give information on some shit, you'll get an information, so you don't gotta spend the rest of your life until you die in prison. You tell, and that's a lot of people, and I know it's a lot of people that say they wouldn't, but
there's a lot of people I think that would too, but I'm not. You know why? Because I wouldn't do nothing I can't stand. If I can't do what's behind it, if I can't take the potential everything go left consequence, I'm not doing it.
But you gotta
so if you want to jump in, if you want to jump in for some clout, knowing the risk, everything you do, you got to play chess. It's risk versus reward. In this case, was the risk worth the reward? Like, you got however $2 million out of rap, and you was the hottest rapper for a year, and now you putting 25 people in jail just so you don't got to do the time. Is the risk worth the reward? I
hear what you saying, and I heard Remy Ma say the same thing earlier with the if you ain't willing to do the time, just don't do the crime, and rather than snitching. And I agree with that 100%. What I'm saying is that I feel like the average person is not like you, Remy Ma, like you. People committing crimes every single day, and they not really, whether it be a small thing like you're speeding, and then you get a ticket, it's like, oh my God, I'm not really willing to deal with this ticket of $75, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's a big thing, like you into a moment of, you know, desperation and you go ahead and steal something, or you do something that's like a, you know, whatever it is, you a moment of passion and you hurt somebody and it ends up being manslaughter. However small or big, a lot of people are not living their life thinking about the consequences of their actions. So people are every single day trying to get out of mistakes that they made, whether it be cheating on your spouse, lying at the job. You know what I'm saying? People, that's what people do. The people don't want to deal with consequences.
But see, I don't even do that though. I'm gonna keep it real. My whole thing is, with me, everybody got to do their job. So if you ain't doing your job, that's that. If you come to me and be like, yo, I know you took the snacks out the boxes. I'm working stock at Walmart.
Right.
I know you've been taking all the Lay's potato chips, the plain joints that people like, right? They sell. Right. We need them. But it's somebody else.
Right.
I'm going to keep it real. Even in that case, even if I know who it is, I'm going to come to them and either say, yo, you better say you did that shit, or I'm going to fall back. What I'm not going to do is say, yo, that's Greg stealing all the Lay's potato chips, man. It's not me. Even in a case that serious, and you know I got a daughter, a newborn daughter, another daughter, and you, hold on, and you that rock with me, that depend on me in certain ways, right? But even in that case, you got to do your job, bro. All it's my job to say is, it's not me. It's not on me. It's not my job to say who you should be looking at. My only job is to clear my name.
So we was going to talk about this later, but I think this is a good segue.
Let's go.
To talk about power, because a character who I like, which was the lawyer, what's his name? I ain't even remember his name. Damn, Proctor, rest in peace, died on Power on Sunday. Yeah. For being a rat, basically. The nigga decided to snitch. You said it before we got there. Like 10 minutes before, you said, yo, he's out. No, it was like 5 minutes before. Yeah. You said, he's out of options. He's going to rat. Yeah. I said, damn. I said, not Proctor. I said, I know he not going to snitch on Ghost. And, he never fucked with Tommy, so he snitched on Tommy. And, of course, you already know on Power, if you watching it, the dude that worked for the feds, he's getting everybody killed. Because, like, the girl that's the detective said...
Did y'all even peep that? He's getting everybody killed.
He's the reason why Ghost and Tommy is beefing, trying to kill each other. Yeah. He told Tommy that whole shit, so that's how Angela ended up taking a shot for Ghost. He got the girl murdered, that's the witness. Yep. And he ended up getting Proctor killed because Tommy heard him talking that shit like, yeah, we got a person and that's going to snitch. Yep. So he getting everybody killed that's associated, and he's fucking up the whole case on his side too.
But you were saying with Proctor.
But I was saying with Proctor, speaking of rats, like, my thing was, yo, this shit crazy. Because I actually like Proctor. There's something about his personality. I said, yo, he's a cool dude. I rock with him. I would want to have a lawyer like that. But, that shit was sad because he had the daughter and, it was a crazy episode. Killed his baby mom. He didn't kill his baby mom, but, he had to help to overdose and all that shit. Like, the shit was crazy, but the reason why I was thinking about it is because when he was talking to his cousin Benny said, yo, don't be no rat. Kill him first. Kill Ghost and Tommy, and so you don't have to rat, because that's better than having the rat. He promised his cousin, look, I'm not going to rat. They go to the next scene, he being a rat. Yeah. I said, yo, this shit is hilarious. But what was your thoughts on the death of Proctor, and what predictions do you got for the season?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I knew Proctor was going to die probably 2 episodes ago, right? But I did not think it was going to be 5 episodes into a season. Oh, we on par with them because we on our 5th episode. Hey. So our 15th is going to be the... Yep. But anyway, I did not know he was going to die in season 5 of a 15. Because he's just so much of a main character, you know what I'm saying? And he's the glue to a lot of stuff. So I ain't see that coming. So I can tell you what I'm going to predict, but... with the writers in his rooms, you never really know what to expect from this type of stuff. So this is what I'm gonna predict. What I always thought, right? I think Ghost and Tommy is gonna come out on top. Even if one of them is like kinda don't get what they want, I think in the end it's gonna be Ghost and Tommy. Even if one of them kill each other, I think. Don't you know how you go to the championship? It's gonna be them two in the championship. I think something might even happen to Tasha. I think some. Only reason I don't think something might happen to Reek is because I know he's on the other power. I know I see them setting up the other power. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think so with that. But yeah. So I got Ghost and Tommy coming out on top. I got something maybe happening for real with Tasha. So, the dude that's getting everybody killed, the detective, something crazy is gonna happen to him.
Definitely.
He's dying.
Go. He gotta go.
He's dying for sure. Go. And that lady. I don't know if she dying, but she gonna lose her job or something.
She gotta go. Let me tell you. So one, I think I'm stating the obvious, and that's why you said to me before you don't think it would go that simple because it's such a thing that's so obvious. Is Keisha, Tommy girl, yo, she gonna fuck up something, yo. She not made for that world, and I do see her changing and evolving. And when I said it to you, when they did a really nice transition to show how the characters have changed, where now Tasha looking like the bum bitch,
that was crazy.
And she walking, she got
a plain black jacket.
She got on some corny clothes. She walking around the Gucci store, not buying nothing, window shopping,
trying to get money
because she live in a bum apartment. And she broke, and she's trying to start a little local business in the hood. Yeah. Just like her friend in the beginning, if y'all remember season 1, when Keisha had her little shop in the hood. And, you know, she used to be broke and be wishing she could afford Versace. Now, we see Tasha looking at Keisha, and Keisha got on all Versace and the bags. And she looking at her like, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we seeing the opposite.
Doing the sex for?
We seeing the whole thing flip and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But so I think Keisha's gonna be part of the downfall of Tommy because she not built for
so?
it. Yeah, and she definitely what his mom said is, look, she gonna put her son first. She's that type of mom.
I think Keisha gonna ride it out.
Nah, she not riding out for if you see how she act when she thought the police.
I think something happened with her and that son though.
Yeah, and
because I think it's going to be definitely a decision.
She's going to choose her son. She's not choosing Tommy and stuff like that. And like I told you, we was watching, Tommy does not love Keisha, y'all. He wants to love her because he wants family. He always wanted what Ghost had, which
especially since he killed his dad, I think.
And he killed his main girl, the girl that he actually loved. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, also Keisha's going to find out what happened to Holly. And that may make her think differently of Tommy because you trying to like now choose and pick a nigga over your son who killed his last girlfriend. The
person who was in the position you in now.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Also, I think Tommy and Ghost is gonna make it out on top. I think maybe we might finally see Ghost actually get what he wants, which is supposedly to be a regular type of nigga. And I think definitely Ghost is going to have a relationship with the politician girl. I hope we're not giving out some spoilers for y'all ain't watch it, but yeah, I think this is one of the best. If you ain't
watching it, you just ain't gonna watch it.
Right. If you ain't watching it now, you ain't gonna never see the show. But I think it's one of the best. This past episode was the best episode probably out of all the seasons together.
Yeah, I'm being
that was the best. That was some good writing. That was some good writing.
And then the one that 50 directed was good too, but this was better. This was different. I mean,
even down. When he said my favorite line for some reason on the last episode when he said something like
what he said?
He said, nigga, you good? He said, yeah, I'm good, but you a loose end. And then he, shot him in the head. Shit was crazy. Like, just the kind of, speed and it's just a really good writing. And for some of y'all that watch web series, we've been watching The Spot. And they just had the finale for that this past Tuesday, which you paid for $3.99. Yeah. If y'all don't know, that's Mo who did Money and Violence. So I want to know, like, if y'all listening to this, y'all let me know what happened to finale, because we ain't paid for the $3.99. That's not to say we not going to pay for it in the future, but, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Mo. He's a super dope writer. Listen, let me tell you something. Money and Violence is one of the best shows you could ever invest your time in. So if you on Amazon or something and you see that, buy it. I think it's like $10 a season, $5 a season.
Crazy, shit amazing.
But it's like 26 episodes a season. It's crazy. Well worth it. Most
well written. That shit, the close to the wire, like than anything we've ever seen before.
Facts,
But
money and violence. What's up? What's up? What's up?
you know, another topic we were talking about was the era of remakes. Is it too much? Because we got Set It Off, House Party, New Jack City is a couple of them that might get remade.
And Dolomite.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few others too. Even with the remakes, also the part 3s and part 4s and shit like that, like Bad Boys 3, Matrix 4, Avatar 2.
Right.
Is it like even the stuff that's not a remake is a continuation? Is it just time for some new fucking stories? Because Spider-Man came out. Look, it came out with the fucking Spider-Verse. Then another Spider-Man came out right after that, and another Spider-Man is coming out again.
Yo, I just seen a new Spider-Man that was on Netflix or something. I didn't even know this shit was out.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. I think what happened was we realized that we was in a golden era. Like how you got the golden era of hip-hop. Yeah. We realized the 90s and the early 2000s, that shit was like the golden era of television and movies, especially for black people, right? Yeah. So now we all want to remake that shit. And it's cool if you do a remake and it come out great. Yeah. That's hard to do when it's a classic. So I don't know if I'm for the remakes. I like Issa Rae, you know. I would, but you know, at first I was like, why would you remake that? But then I thought about it. I said, yo, if I had an opportunity to remake that should be fire. Like a real urban tale that's young, some young girls of the day. Not no young celebrity girls, but some real dope actresses.
In my mind, I don't have Issa Rae for the remake of Set It Off. I don't know if I want Set It Off to come from Issa Rae. That's just me.
But you know what? Here's what I will say. One, she's going to be starring in it, too.
And I don't want to see her star in it, either.
But here's what I will say that people sometimes don't get who not in the industry. When you come out with stuff, people put you in a pocket, in a box, and they say, yo, this is what you do. You funny, and you awkward, and you black. And then or whatever your box is, and then they say, like, all right, that's what, keep coming out with more of that. So that's what you get funded. That's what you get approved. Yeah. That's what get greenlit. And then that's what it is, and then people don't even know you can do more than that. So she may have an urban eye. She may have an eye to really pull something off, and this may be a way for her to expand her portfolio, where now we get to see this other side.
Are you saying that because of your connection to Issa Rae?
I don't have a connection to Issa Rae.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you mean the Senegalese American? Shout out to everybody who's Senegalese and American and who, you know, grew up here.
We'll see. We'll be watching the season to see if
there's a connection.
If there's a connection.
Yasin and Insecure.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
You you might see me on episode 2 for a quick second or so. You may not. I don't know. That's what he's insinuating.
But no. I want to dig into that a little bit more. I think we always 10, 20 years ahead. 10, 20 years back is retro. Like, if you think about the 90s, I remember a lot of groups from the 90s rehashing stuff from the 70s. I remember a lot of people from the 2000s, late 90s, rehashing stuff from the 80s. You get what I'm saying? And I think even now, what Young Berg is doing, like Hitmaker, who's responsible for like half the records on the radio right now, what he's doing is he's taking 90s tracks and rehashing them even with the 90s feel. You get what I'm saying? 90s R&B feel. So it's working. What I think is a lot of times we don't like, if you don't have an idea for something, what you do? You know what I'm saying? Right. You go back.
You look back for inspiration and you
go back. But in this era, it's so easy to get a hold of something. Like, I don't even know if you could create a Dolomite remake, which Eddie Murphy is starring in the last couple eras. I don't even know if they would let you do that. It seems like today you can literally remake anything like nobody owns this shit or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did Issa Rae even get to make a Set It Off remake? Like, how does Eddie Murphy get to make a Dolomite?
Somebody asked a question. They said, "Are they coming back?" And I'm like, "Yo, how they gonna come back for Set It Off when nobody made it but Jada?"
Exactly.
Jada character. Everybody else, you guys, was killed.
And she got different cheeks, so it ain't gonna work.
Don't talk about Jada. I love Jada.
I love Jada too.
Everybody was killed. So why are people saying, "Are they gonna make a like come back in one of the scenes?" Yo, what you mean come back from the dead?
Because it happens on Power.
No. Everybody was really dead. Like, Homegirl got shot first.
Nah,
the
they
girl
died.
with the
They
son.
died. They legit died.
Next
Then
person,
Vivica got
got killed.
No. It was the girl in the back seat. Then it was Queen Latifah. Then Vivica was the last one, and then Jada Pinkett got away. She
Vivica was the last one?
She was the last one to get killed, yeah, because she got killed. Jada Pinkett was riding by on the bus, and she seen her get killed. And then she was in Mexico when she called him and shit.
So she was the only one, so maybe she may make a trip from Mexico.
Time out. It's not, let's be clear, it's a retelling. It's not a continuation.
Yeah, it's not a continuation. It's a retelling and shit, like, you know.
But hold on, real quick, before we get off of this, because we got to get off.
Because the reason why I say,
hold on. Oh, go ahead.
It'll make a good remake
after this? What's your favorite remake?
I say it still could be a good remake, because I'm imagining four girls from the hood and in LA, because it's an LA genre. It don't got to be in LA no more. It could be in Chicago or Detroit or Philly.
Oh, damn sure was
LA. And they trying to get out the hood and they decide to rob a bank.
That shit was like Detroit
and
for some reason.
you know, and they decided to rob a bank, and then we see the story move forward. I think a new urban tale of that could actually be dope.
Who the fuck gonna be in it?
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I need to see Teyana Taylor.
I was just gonna say Teyana Taylor. I feel like could play.
Who though?
I think she could.
Vivica?
No, I think she could play Jada, because I think Jada had the most sassy kind of
like the spunk shit.
Yeah, and she got that little.
If you've never seen Set It Off, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nah, I really feel sorry for you.
If you're white. Who else didn't watch it? And I would say I actually like Remy Ma playing Queen Latifah. I know they was joking on State of Culture.
Listen, it's no better person. And if Remy want to make her acting debut, let me tell you something. Remy Ma, if you can hear this, somebody at her or something. You are the perfect person to play Cleo.
We could name people. But at the end of the day, I want to see a group of girls that have the chemistry that we got to see those four girls have. So it's about who looks good together.
But I think they already knew each other though.
Who?
Previously.
Who?
That set of actors.
What made you think that? You
It just seemed like they was like it was a really small circle back then of black actors, especially black female actors. I doubt if Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett and Vivica Fox didn't cross paths before that.
No, but what about, what's one call it?
Yeah, she was newer.
Kimberly Elise.
She was newer.
Kimberly Elise.
She was newer.
Yeah, she was newer, so I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I think it's about casting the right people individually, but then also how they work together with chemistry, because I really want to see a girl hood story. Yeah.
Or they could do with Juice, they just had them hang out for 2 weeks before the actual filming. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know each other from a can of paint.
And also don't always create chemistry with women now.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that might actually create some separation.
We're a little complicated.
Yeah. So and before we get off of this, I just wanted to say
girls would be around each other for 2 weeks and not say a word.
I just wanted to say Matrix 4 is going to be the shit. I don't know the plot line or none of that shit, but I know if Matrix is coming back, it's going to be the shit. And so is Avatar too.
Aren't we still waiting for Avatar? And then they said Black Panther is coming out 2022. No, 2022.
2022. Yeah. Knock on wood. Is it knock on wood if you don't
No, it's coming out. No, it's coming out.
All right, cool.
It's not knock on wood.
What's up? My segment queen. What we talking about?
Yearly rap battle. So, you guys, we talked about this hypothetical.
You just say you guys like a YouTuber?
Yeah,
cool.
They got it from my daughter.
Hey,
Look,
you guys, comment below.
Stop playing. So, we talked about this hypothetical, not hypothetical, but like more imaginary rap battle.
Yeah.
Where every year, all rappers say they the best, right? They the best. They the king of the South. They run New York City. They the best rapper alive, right? They throw these terms around and put in their raps. What if we really had like a real rap battle? And I know rap battles are like the underground rap battle already exists.
You mean like
but I'm talking about but I'm saying rap battle. That's a big underground thing. I watch rap battles, cool. But I'm talking about the top people. I'm talking about
in
the industry, in the main industry that's making millions, that's saying they top. What if the fans got to pick out who was going against each other, or the two people that was the biggest name just got to go against each other, and we got to really see them battling each other out in the arena live every year?
So what you saying? Like, let's think about that in our heads, or
Yeah, I want to know who's your pick, who you want to see against each other. Where they just go bar per bar and go crazy, I don't know, 4 rounds or 3 rounds or whatever.
I want to see Lil Wayne versus Pusha T. Right? I definitely want to see some Wu-Tang members against each other. Just to settle the Wu-Tang who's the best.
Right. No, yeah. That's
You
a
get what
good
I'm
one.
saying? I want to see I want to see Method Man versus Raekwon for real. Ray and Ghost got a battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who else would I really want to see?
What about
Nas and AZ.
All right, how about this time?
I don't want to see nobody battling this time.
Really?
They don't got the right pants. They don't wear the right pants to battle. All right, let me see. Who raps right now? What am I going to say? Wyfin Lucci against Young Thug?
I actually would like to see a Kendrick Lamar versus Lupe Fiasco.
I want to see Kendrick Lamar versus Big Sean, and like we should have been saw. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar versus Lupe, I would love to see that. And I think Lupe would come out on top just because lyrically he would. But I think Kendrick, it'd be like Drake versus Meek Mill.
But I don't know what the crowd would go for. I feel like
would go for Lupe.
Really,
because of the way Kendrick rap is not. He not gonna catch the crowd. It's gonna be.
And Lupe is gonna, because Lupe say shit that no people don't get 4 days later.
If it's a battle rap crowd, his pen is great, but like we got pens like Chess and JC in battle rap that sometimes they don't catch everything they say and they gotta watch the tape. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that should have got a bigger reaction. But overall, we know they won.
All right, females.
I seen all the female ones. Y'all been going at it. I seen the female ones.
For today,
I would say Remy and Nicki, but we saw that.
I would say we didn't see Nicki. You talking about one of them songs? The pop
song.
We
saw Remy versus Nicki.
She lost. The pop song she put out where she did have a couple disses?
Whatever it was, we saw.
You know what? I would say I want to see somebody. I know this is just kind of like random feeling, but I want to see somebody like Cash Style against somebody like
Megan.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
And I want personal attacks. I don't want them just to
All right, come on. You want personal attacks?
Yeah, I want it to be personal. I feel like if it's not personal, then it could be just some old bars you had for 2 years laying around that you decided, oh, this should go.
You mean customized, not personal?
What you mean?
Personal is like, I'm talking about your child and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I want, that's what it, yeah. You don't gotta talk. If you want to talk about somebody's child, it's up to you. But I'm saying where we know you talking about this person's career, what they did, what they don't do, they flaws, even if it's just rap shit and just career shit.
Okay.
That way we listen and we know why.
That's why I said customized and not necessarily personal. When I think of personal, I think of low blow shit.
Well, however you want to go. You want to go low, you go low. So what I'm saying is,
but Cash Doll's gonna punch somebody in their face. Are they battling face to face?
Yeah, but just verbally. Well, then you can't say you.
Is that gonna work? Hold on. Hold on. Cash Doll and Megan Thee Stallion stand face to face.
Yeah.
And they're rapping, and they saying personal attacks against each other, and there's not a fight. That'd be amazing.
So then don't say. So the reason why I like this is then don't say you a best rapper at anything. If you can't stand somewhere and just use your words and your wordplay and be catchy and use verbal attacks to outdo your opponent. That's how 2 things come together. Yeah. But your opponent. Yeah. Then you not no rap queen or any of that shit or king or any of that.
But that goes back to a conversation that me and you have all the time.
We need to have this battle.
But look. That's what goes back to what me and you talk about all the time. I think in a perfect world, the rap king or queen wouldn't be able to claim that crown without having a certain level of skill just off the top. Hey, rap for me. Oh, that was great. Now it's more about relatability.
In fact, look, I want to make this too about this. I want to make this like basketball. I want people to represent their city. I want it to be like, look, Detroit or not. It could be state.
That'd be hot.
Look. Michigan went against freaking Georgia. And Georgia went against and whoever is representing. So if Nikki want to represent a female that's going to represent for New York, she got to do better than Young and May, than
She's not.
All the other who else is
Remy.
Remy, of course, I know that, but who else? Carter. I don't know. We can't even. Cardi would just sit back and be like, "No, I'm not gonna do it because I never was really trying to be a rapper." But all the other people, you gotta really represent for your city, and if you gonna represent for your city and your state, then yeah, we can watch it like we watched the Olympics. I want to see that.
But I think for that to come together, it would take a whole lot of like egoless shit. But I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna give you a handshake. You might have came up with the greatest idea in rap history.
Now, answer this question. How often do I do this?
What?
Come up with these amazing ideas.
Once in a blue moon.
Stop playing.
No, it's like the greatest idea because I think that in any even if it's just playing around like the NBA All-Star game or the NFL like All-Star game, whatever the fuck
no,
the
but
Pro
this
Bowl.
ain't gonna be playing around. This is gonna be life or death. This is gonna be like Hunger Games.
No, but I'm saying even if it wasn't, these sports, in which only reason I call rap a sport is because of the competitive nature that it originated from. These sports all have a hub in the middle of the season or the end of the season where all the best people meet up to at least spar. If it's not going to be a real match, to like spar and get in there and get in the ring together. The closest thing we got to that now is probably like the BET Cyphers. The BET Cyphers is like the closest thing you probably going to get to.
Let's be honest. Rhapsody is going to come along and rip everybody a new asshole.
You talking on the female side?
I'm saying in general. She's going to knock out a couple niggas too now.
Oh, fact. That's a fact.
Okay, in this battle, who's beating Rhapsody?
No, you tripping.
I'm just asking.
We just was talking about Lupe Fiasco and you bring up Rhapsody.
Lupe. I'm just asking. She keep going. She knocking them out. Boom. She hits who and it's over. I'm just asking. I'm not saying it's not possible. I think it's possible. I'm just saying who's the person that's knocking out Lupe?
She hit Pusha T is over. She hit rappers that rap. Wayne. It might be over for Wayne. It might be over.
Okay,
if she hit
I'm talking about now, by the way. I'm not talking about throughout history.
What, like right now? What you mean?
Rappers that's out now.
Oh. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Rhapsody will rip through a lot of these people. And if you're not up on Rhapsody, please just find an air bridge.
Would Kanye participate in this?
Kanye, you know what's funny about Kanye?
I think Kanye would.
Even though he got so much stuff written for him, Kanye is a great off-the-top rapper.
But I'm not, mind you, I'm not talking about off the top. I'm not talking about like freestyle.
No.
I'm talking about just prepared.
No, I get that though. But I'm saying, I think Kanye is a good enough writer and off-the-top rapper.
I think he would participate.
And no, listen, let me tell you something. Kanye's bars is custom made for crowds.
Now, can he represent Chicago? Or is it somebody else that would be better in this scenario to actually represent Chicago?
I wouldn't say Twisted.
Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot. Lupe. We already said Lupe.
Oh, shit. yeah. My bad, Kanye. You can't be in it. So, yeah, New York would be the biggest battle within itself to represent New York.
That would have to be on every news channel. I mean the hip hop news channels, but that shit might be bigger than that. I mean, that shit would be a fucking
because you got all the giants coming from.
Everybody's gonna argue for 4 or 5 months on who's representing.
It's Jadakiss, it's Papoose, it's fucking Jay-Z, it's Nas, it's fucking Jim Jones, it's fucking 100 million MCs. So.
Crazy.
And I think Philly would be the same way, honestly. But
I don't know. This shit might get crazy. People might have to get killed. They might be mad and shit.
In Philly?
No, I mean in general that they ain't get picked to represent the city. People have to start killing people, crew off.
Well, you saw Hunger Games, so what we ending off with?
So the last question is.
Wait, that's not an interview. It's not a question, but the last topic is: Would you? See,
I tried to leave with the segments and I fucked it up. Thanks, babe, for clearing it up. Look,
let's go.
Would you delete your social media to save your relationship?
Would you delete your social media to save your relationship? This might be the last time you hear it from me, guys, but no.
The last time? What you mean?
1, either you might kill me. 2, that's just my short, simple answer. So I don't have... No, absolutely not.
I think I'm gonna tell you, some of these men really do. They need to delete their social media to save themselves.
Why?
From themselves. Because I've seen the drama and the divorce and the breakups because of social media. It's men that's so tempted out here.
Is it because social media? Is because these people and what they doing on social media? Because it'll be the same.
Question is like, is it the guns or is the people using the guns?
Yeah, answer the question. I don't know that. What's the answer to that question?
The question is both. I mean, the answer is both. The question, the answer is both. But here's what I'm saying. The reason why I say it's both in this situation. Yes, these men is using social media. At the same time, this shit is coming to them. You know, back in the day, you had to go out and see somebody or run into somebody on an accident. Like, oh, hey, I didn't see you since so-and-so. Now it's like...
But you could run into somebody's profile on the accident.
I know, but once you be connected to people because the other people you follow is connected to this person, then it's suggested.
And that's how you run into people in real life.
And even if you didn't know them before, new people is coming to you. So these men is texting, they doing weird comments and sneaky conversations. They exes people. I mean, this shit crazy. People battling. They got problems with their family members, and people is getting into relationships and dissing each other online.
I could think of 100 million reasons we should demonize social media, and this is not one of them.
Do you see when people get in arguments and they go to social media and talk shit about each other and destroy each other's character and expose each other?
Yes.
Some of these people need to get off social media to save their relationship, man. They need to. They need to take a social media break so they can get rid of these toxic people that's in their life that's affecting their relationship and they toxic behavior that they do on social media.
I'm not doing it. I'm not on. You know what? I'm not on social media to fucking do anything but say, hey, I'm keeping up with family. 1, 2. Well, not 1. My main reason is, hey, I have music. How the fuck am I not be on social media?
But if it was something your spouse said to you, like, look, I just need one thing from you. I need for you to let go of social media.
Absolutely not.
If not, then we gotta end it.
Guess what? My profile gonna say, formerly married. Yeah.
So when you go ahead and you look back in 30, hold on, when you look back in 30 years, it's gonna say.
But I'll be a widow?
No, it's going. When you look back in 30 years, you're going to say, yo, I lost my whole marriage because I wanted to stay on the gram.
Yes.
That's crazy.
You know why? Because
I told you,
but that's like taking my career away from me. I'm saying the reasons I'm on there, you can't take that away. That's like saying, yo, stay out of the clubs. Yo, stop promoting yourself. Yo, stay out of the motherfucking t-shirt factory getting shirts printed up that you're going to sell.
Some of these niggas got married and their wife told them to stay out of the club, man. And they thanked them that they stopped going to the club.
But what I'm saying is don't blame the medium for the means. So, I mean, the medium is the means by which it's done, but don't blame the medium for the actions. Like, if I like somebody's picture and I don't know them, that's a violation. But if I catcall in the street, I don't know that girl neither, but that's a violation. But the same person that's liking the picture is the same person that's going to catcall. They only catcalling on social media because that's what they on. And
I feel you. I get that. I get you. I get what you're saying. You're saying besides the medium, they character is their character, and that's the issue. I get you. That's the fact.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't look at me like that. I love you too.
I love you too.
Yo, listen. G Holy. Yassine Touré. The greatest podcast, COUPLECAST you'll ever hear. We the only COUPLECAST, right?
We the only COUPLECAST, but if we were a podcast, we be the best podcast in the entire world, and that's a fact.
Listen, my cousin said one day we gotta get into conspiracy shit, and I got you. Not this episode, but one of these times, one of these days coming up soon, we gotta jump into at least for 5 minutes something that's happening in that realm.
And that's when you gonna see us really debate, because as you told me, I'm worldly. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that another time.
All right, y'all. It's been real. Stay real. Keep it real. We love y'all. Support, share. Email us at Love and Culture. What is it? Love and Culture Show at Gmail. I don't know it.
So, loveandcultureshow@gmail.com. Come on, you know it.
Send us your questions, your comments. DM us. Call us.
Yo, listen. the ways that you can get look, the episodes be on YouTube, right? First and foremost, so you can go comment, like, share there. And you can send voice messages on Anchor, which we on right now. And you can comment on social media. If you follow Yasin, because she posted clips, or you follow Creative Culture page, which is the only page I link so that you can.
Right. Because I'm Yasin _ Yamin.
And I'm G Holy, what?
TV.
Dot TV?
TV.
So
Yeah, you could hit
make
us
sure
up.
we get your feedback.
Yeah,
please.
and if you know me, you know you can always call me. I ain't gonna pick up, but I'll call you back when I'm free. So I know I'll definitely have a discussion, talk about everything that we talk about here, which that's what people seem to like to do.
Shout out to y'all. We both love y'all, but I love you.
I love you too.
All right.